Yo, what is up, my friends? It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We're back with your best bets for the NBA here for you today on Monday, October 27th, 2025. We're going to have your NBA player props, spreads, totals, predictions as always. My name is Steve. Let's lock in and have a great day here today in the NBA.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that cat made now. Straight fire.
As always, my friends, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for me. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of you guys' support as always. Let's lock in and have a great day in the NBA today, guys. Let's first start with a recap from yesterday. NBA Sunday. We ended up going 1-3, minus 2.05 units. So obviously it was not a very good day for us. Definitely a few misreads in there. And definitely a tough Sunday in the NBA. It was really our first real bad day in the NBA. So obviously was not too happy about that. But we did cash the Milwaukee Bucks plus 6.5 spread. They fought and competed in that game. Would have loved to see them win outright, but they ended up covering the spread there for us. So that was our hit there on the night. Kawhi Leonard under 1.5 threes. He finishes with like 4 or 5. He went off in the third quarter. He had 1 at halftime. Then he hit like 3 or 4 in the third quarter. So obviously that was not very good. Jalen Duren under 13.5 points. Looked like we were going to get him in foul trouble. We had him in foul trouble. We had him at 4 fouls early third quarter. He was sitting at 9 points. So I thought we still had a pretty good chance. And then he went off in that third quarter. So, and the Celtics fell apart too. So I don't know, what went on there. Obviously that definitely hurt as far as that goes. And then we had Alexandre Sarr over 7.5 rebounds. He ends up finishing with 3. And they end up getting blown out by the Hornets there at the end. Sometimes the results to me, guys, just don't make a whole lot of sense. But that's the way sports betting is, guys. It's just some days you just left scratching your head like, what the heck happened there? So, as far as our comment capper, so we had KJ Philly, 5-teamer, long-time supporter at the channel, calling Victor Wembanyama 30+ points. Cash was a great call out there from KJ. We'd love to see it, guys. But keep in mind, guys, drop your favorite pick down below as always in the chat. Put a star or an asterisk next to your pick, and we'll include your pick in our next video if your pick hits down in the chat. That's a great way to participate here at the channel and also to help out your bettors. And also get some recognition for when you do post some great winners. Love doing our comment capper section. It's always a lot of fun. So make sure you guys don't forget to drop your favorite pick below as always. Keep in mind, we got Monday Night Football Best Bets video out. Already live for the Commanders-Chiefs game. We'll also be running a live stream for that game. So if you guys want to sweat out some bets with us tonight, join us on the live stream. We'll have a watch party game audio going on. I can't actually show the game, but I'll be like running a scoreboard and having some fun and screaming and hollering and all that good stuff. So if you guys want to have some fun tonight and you guys got nothing else going on, come hang out. Without further ado though, guys, I think it's time to get after it. Make some money here in the NBA. We need to lock in and get this sweep. We got 4 picks on tap today. So let's get right into our picks, my friend. At number 1, we are going with the Detroit Pistons. +3 on the spread here versus the Boston Celtics. minus 105 odds on Fanatics. So after a rough start for spreads to us on the season, 0-2, we've hit 3 of our last 4 spreads, including the last 2. So really like the Pistons here. Liked what I saw from them yesterday, honestly, versus Boston. Really took over that game in the second half. And you got to like the way the roster's constructed. Cade Cunningham, Duren, looks like he's getting better and better. I faded him yesterday, but I obviously regretted that. Tobias Harris, Duncan Robinson now on the wing shooting the 3. So really like this Pistons team. They're playing at home here. They are on a back-to-back, but so are the Cleveland Cavaliers, who we're fading here. We're fading them again. We faded them to success yesterday. They are 0-3 so far against the spread with a negative 5.2 differential. So the Cavs, like we talked about yesterday, they're not in midseason form yet, and it's going to take them a while to get there, obviously, with Darius Garland not in the lineup. He's a very key player for them. So with him out, once again, I expect the Pistons here. I expect them to win this game, honestly, outright at home. We've seen a Pistons team perform so far, pretty good so far this season. They're 2-1 against the spread with a plus 2.3 differential. Very solid, getting a key win there versus the Rockets and obviously versus the Celtics. They've played some tough games too here early on. The schedule was not easy on them here early on in the season, but they've handled it very well. Like I said, Cavs are also on a back-to-back. They're the ones traveling up to Detroit. Detroit staying home, so obviously I like seeing that. Last season, in 2 home games, Pistons versus Cavaliers, Pistons won by 11 and lost by 3. So they went 1-0-1 to the spread at home last year versus the Cavs. And like I said, with the Cavs being down Garland, and I'm really liking this Pistons team more and more than even I did last year. This team looks like it's taking strides forward. They look like, once again, they're going to start being a perennial playoff team here, year to year now with Cade and the rest of these guys in Detroit. They're looking good now, which is great. And I think, obviously, they perform well tonight. They at least cover the spread and hopefully get a win tonight. So, love it there, guys. For number 1 pick, we're going Detroit Pistons +3 on the spread here versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. -105 odds on Fanatics. Okay, and at number 2, we got Ja Morant under 1.5 threes here for the Memphis Grizzlies. We're going -114 odds here on FanDuel, risking a unit here. So, guys, Ja so far under in 2 of his 3 games so far to start the season. He's averaging 3.4 3-point attempts per game. He's not one of these guys that doesn't attempt a ton of threes. So, here on the road versus a Warriors team that plays the 3 pretty well. They're 7th in threes allowed to point guards, which I like seeing that. They're obviously a very good defensive team on the perimeter. You got guys like Gary Payton out there. And even Curry's becoming a much better defender, which obviously bodes well for us here. And I think you'll see that play out again. We've seen him go under in 2 of his last 3 games versus the Warriors to this line. You have a blowout potential here. Warriors are favored by 8.5. You can easily see the Grizzlies get run into the ground here, especially with the way they've opened the season. They've had a very weird start to the season. The Miami Heat blew them out at home. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the Warriors obviously blow them out. And that obviously would be lost minutes there for Ja Morant. Couple that with the fact that Ja Morant hasn't been playing big minutes this season. They're not looking to play him, obviously, crazy minutes here early on in the season. He has yet to cross 30 minutes in a game this year. So, with all that being said, I just think the opportunities are going to be very limited here for Ja. I think he's going to have a great shot here to go under. And like I said, being on the road also kind of adds to this. You're playing against a good defense. I don't even know if he's going to attempt even 4 threes tonight. So, obviously, he's going to have to shoot, honestly, a pretty high percentage here to be able to hit his overs tonight. I think the Warriors are going to be able to lock in on him and obviously keep him at bay. And I fully expect that to happen here tonight. So, love it there, guys. For number 2 pick, we got Ja Morant under 1.5 threes here for the Memphis Grizzlies. We got -114 odds here on FanDuel. Okay, and at number 3, we're going Scotty Barnes. Over 29.5 PRAs here for the Toronto Raptors. We got -110 odds here on Fanatics. So really like Barnes' spot today. He's opened the season, obviously pretty good so far. He's 2 of 3 so far to this line, with logs of 37, 25, and 50. That's a 37.3 PRA average per game. We love to see it, guys. That's absolutely terrific. And I think this line is simply set a little bit too low here, especially for how he's performed, the matchup, the history in the matchup. There's so many good things here to like. He's over in 3 of his last 4 games versus the Spurs with a 40 PRA per game average. I'd love to see that. We saw Scotty Barnes last season go 70% on the road to this line. You love seeing that. Now, obviously, there's some things that are different. Obviously, the Raptors right now are healthy, right? They got their bodies in there. You got Brandon Ingram in there now. But Barnes is still, so far, has been the guy. They're not really deviating away from Barnes just because these guys are in the lineup. If anything, so far it looks like it's helped him. Just in terms of, takes kind of some of that attention off of him, and he's still a guy that could produce. He could get it done on all 3 phases, which is why I love him on PRAs, because even if he's not scoring, he can rack up 10 assists. He can rack up 10 rebounds, which obviously love to see that. He's a guy that could, fill up a stat sheet, which is why I love this. We love a guy like this for a PRA, especially, like I said, with the variability in this offense. But he's up against the Spurs, who are 28th in PRAs allowed to power forwards. We've kind of known this. The Spurs are not the best defensive team on the interior. Wemby could score a lot of points. But when it comes to bigs being able to have success versus the Spurs, generally that happens. And I think, once again, you'll see Scotty Barnes be able to have a good game here. His last 2 road games versus the San Antonio Spurs, he's posted 47 and 54 PRAs. He's absolutely dominated this matchup. We'd love to see that. Obviously, he's over He was over on his last 2 there in San Antonio, which you love to see. So far for the Spurs, how's their defense look so far this season? Well, Anthony Davis had 36 in limited minutes. Obviously, the Mavericks got blown out there versus Spurs. Davis still put up 36. Zion had 44 PRAs versus the Spurs squad. And Zion don't even get PRAs like that, but he did in that one. And I think Barnes, once again, 29.5, guys. It's just simply too low. Now, I know they're on a back-to-back, but Barnes is just one of those guys where I don't think that'll really impact him too much. He's still a relatively young player. I'm looking for him to keep it going here against the San Antonio Spurs. So, love it there, guys. For number 3 pick, we're going Scotty Barnes over 29.5 PRAs here for the Toronto Raptors. -110 odds here on Fanatics. Okay, and finally at number 4, we got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 11.5 rebounds and assists here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. -115 odds here on Fanatics. So, really love this spot for SGA. He is just one of 3 so far to this line on the season. Logs of 10, 13, and 10. So he has hit double digits in all 3. He lost a lot of minutes last game versus the Hawks. That game, turned into a blowout down the stretch. Only played about 28 minutes in that game. So I think that number will go up here. Generally, this guy's going to be in the mid-30s for minutes, obviously with his fourth quarter minutes. And the spread here is set to 7.5, so you could say there is blowout potential. We finally saw the Mavericks get it together a little bit last night as far as, being competitive and actually winning a game there versus the Raptors. So they're at home. I think they could keep this. I think they could keep it reasonable here. Keep SGA playing in this one. And even if the Thunder were to do that good, I think SGA rebounds and assists is still going to be the way to go. I think he's going to be able to set up his teammates and also get on the glass. This is a great matchup here for him. Mavericks 21st in rebounds and assists allowed to point guards. So we love to see that. I think, like I said, this is a great spot here for him. Shai, 8 out of his last 13 games versus the Mavericks to this line. So like seeing that. Stephen Castle for the Spurs versus the Mavericks earlier this season posted 13 rebounds and assists, which obviously we'd like to see that. And I think, like I said, with the SGA, the ball's going to be in his hands so much. You could take his PRAs. Honestly, I don't mind that either. I'm going to isolate the rebounds and assists. This is a much more manageable line to hit. And the Mavs defense really should be trying to attack SGA and get the ball out of his hands, which does obviously lead to more assist opportunities for the rest of these Thunder players here. Mavs defense so far has not been that good. They ranked 20th so far in defensive efficiency, so there's going to be a lot of offensive opportunities. We saw 268 points last night in the Mavericks-Raptors game. So I think the Thunder are going to have a lot of scoring opportunities, a lot of assist chances here for SGA. Really like his odds here to go over. So love it there for number 4 pick, guys. We got SGA over 11.5 rebounds and assists, -115 odds on Fanatics. All right, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If you guys enjoyed the content, hit the like and subscribe button as always. Appreciate all of you guys. Let's have a big day here in the NBA and make some loot. And also in the NFL as well. Let's go 7-0 across the board, guys. That's what we're looking to do. We got 7 picks today. So hopefully we're going to have a big day. As always, appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We will catch you guys all back here next time. Peace out.